In the absence of drip irrigation, another common method of irrigation is basin irrigation, and this is where you make basins, or you put the soil in such a way that there's a section that can hold water. As you can see, we are doing a demonstration of the basin irrigation. This is really common in areas where water is an issue. It's definitely cheaper to establish, but the downfall is that it's very labor intensive, especially when it comes to irrigating. The length and the width of the basin is highly dependent on the type of soil, the topography, and as well as how well you can be able to manage the basin in terms of issues such as weed management. So with basin irrigation, some people also like to call it flood irrigation because the water has to be on the basin. We are doing a demonstration using a hose pipe, but when you're commercially doing this type of irrigation, you get bigger pipes, maybe 1 inch or 1.5 or 2 inch, depending on how far you're getting your water from or the source of your water. So once you irrigate your basin and the soil is completely moist, this is when you now follow it up by planting the garlic seeds. Remember what we discussed about spacing. So we are going to do plant to plant spacing is going to be 8 centimeters, but from line to line we are going to do 15 centimeters. This is very good because it's going to help with one, optimizing plant population, and the second one is going to make it easier for us to do practices such as weeding and fertilizer application. So we want to practically show you how to do it. So this is 15 centimeters long, we are measuring it. So once we achieve the 15, we are going to cut out the extra piece. As you can see, this is our stick for 15 centimeters, and because we are talking about practicality in the farm, we are going to use this stick, and then on the ground we are going to place it there, and then as you can see, make a hole. You just make a hole over here, and then like that, make another one there to show where the rows are going to be. This is a very practical thing to do when you're in a farm, when you don't really need to invest in a lot of gadgets or a precise way of getting the spacing. Now that we have been able to get where to put in the rows, we can go ahead and use a string from end to end of the basin. So what we are doing is that we are using a string to get end to end, and we are trying to get a situation where we are getting the plant population right. This is, by the way, OCD farm edition. You don't have to do this. You can make a tool for that, or you can just use your own estimation. The bottom line is to get as much plant population as possible. So now that we have our road, the next thing we are going to do is get a stick to show plant to plant spacing. For the plant to plant population, we are going to try and do 7.5 or 8. So as you can see, we have done the stick, and it's 8 centimeters. We are going to cut off the excess part. Now that we have been able to achieve that with a stick, we are now going to go and do some small holes for plant to plant spacing from the end. From this end, you just take it. This is where the first plant is going to be, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and so on and so forth. So you see, this is a very quick process, and this is where you plant all your garlic, then move to the next hole as we demonstrated. So let us plant the garlic. So this is our second row, and we are going to use, where is the stick again? The small stick, yes. And we are going to make the planting holes for the next crop to crop spacing. So as you can see, it's a very simple process. You can repeat these, or you can get you can make your own small equipment to help you with this. You can use nails and wood. You can practically do this if you have a bigger farm, or you can just use your own estimation. If you're good with estimations, you're going to plant. So let's plant the second row of garlic. This is what now you do for your whole farm when you're using basin irrigation. As you can see, it's a bit tedious, and also it's harder to manage a bit, but it's a very good method if you're starting with basin, and if you have adequate water, you do not need to stress with drip irrigation. So this is how we are able to plant garlic using this kind of production. Remember, this is a demo video, so the basic idea is plant population per unit area. 15 centimeters from row to row and 8 centimeters from plant to plant. You can get as innovative as you want, as long as you achieve this plant population that is going to enable you to maximize the yield on garlic production.